Hi Gemini, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for June 2016. This month I laid out the 5-card Rainbow Tarot spread for you using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get a reading with details pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This reading is for Gemini Sun, Gemini Ascendant, and Gemini Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign to gain more insight and information, because some months they will definitely resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you know your North Node, you could also watch the readings pertaining to your North Node. I've had some people emailing me and telling me they're finding that to be accurate as well. Now, since this is my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube, I am offering for download and purchase a video where I'm pulling an additional 5 cards, since also this is the middle of the year, for your sign using the Aquarian Tarot deck. If you would like to get those videos for download and purchase, please click on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo video on demand page for 5-card June 2016 tarot spread for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos by going to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, going to the videos tab on my menu and clicking on page 6. There you will see the heading for these readings. I want to thank you so much for all of your kind emails and messages and comments about these videos and these videos here on YouTube also. All that being said, now onto your reading, Gemini, for June 2016. The first card you have that shows up here today is the 4 of Pentacles. And the 4 of Pentacles is a card to me that symbolizes holding on protectively to your finances. This could, it's often called the Miser card. This card can often symbolize that you are holding on to other things of value, not just money. It could be possessions, emotions. This card can often indicate when success is coming to you in the future. I do feel that some of you Geminis are really trying to figure out right now strategic placement of finances, or restructuring or reorganizing your financial picture in some way also comes up here. I feel any trials and tribulations you've had, especially if you've been feeling under the weather, are now behind you. They're in your past, or they're going behind you now. I do feel that you're taking some time out to get, to study your financial picture, and also to get a broader perspective of where your money's going, what you're spending it on, what your bills are, what you can reduce. Maybe you have cable, you want to cut it down to, bare bones cable, or maybe you're paying too much for your cell phone bill and you have to, figure out ways, like maybe you're not using all of what they're charging you for, so you want to change to a different plan. It could be, downsizing with bills, but no matter how you cut it, I feel many of you Geminis are really focusing on structuring your money. You could be also thinking about making wills or putting money away in an IRA for retirement also. I do feel some of you have someone in your life that's trying to stop you or block you in some way for something that's going on either at work or in regard to your finances. It doesn't have to be work. It could be a family member trying to interfere or block you, or create some stumbling blocks for you somehow. But it all circles around in regard to finances, but I do not feel they're going to win. I don't feel they're going to be able to get away with doing it. That's how it comes up. I do feel that you're going to be developing some new strategic plan. Could be something to do with work, or a strategic plan of some business or money-making venture that you can do as a sideline, or to your regular work, or maybe you're just starting your own business, because I get like it's going to bring in money for you, but I get again strategic planning and developing something. Some of you may be developing computer programs or apps that you can sell, because that also comes up to me. The computer comes up in my mind. So I hope that message made sense to you. So now I'm on to the next card you have here, which is the Tower. Now the Tower, that is an explosive card. It's a major arcana card, so that means it holds more weight than the minor cards. And the Tower is a card to me that would symbolize a fight, an argument, a dispute with someone. This could end a friendship, end a relationship. It can also be a casting off of an old way of behaving or doing things, and so something new can begin in your life. It can also be structural damage, fires, lightning strikes can happen with the Tower. It's not a come in quietly card. I do feel that some of you are going to feel like you're working at cross purposes with yourself, and I feel you angry at someone. I feel that you have somebody that's been trying to meddle in your affairs. Now, again, that came up through the Four of Pentacles, but there it sounded like with money. Here it could still be that same person or that same situation, but people can meddle in each other's affairs in many ways. But I just get you angry, and that there's somebody that you're perceiving is like, meddling in your affairs. That comes up here. I feel that you're thinking in your mind, I've got to stop it. I've got to cut it off at the quick. I'm going to pull the plug on it or put some stop to it right away. So I don't feel that you're going to let grass grow under your feet about this situation, Gemini. I feel you're going to jump on it pretty quickly. I do see and hear you're working very hard to preserve what you have. That, again, it can involve your integrity, your name, your status, well, like with your work or who you are, but it can also be with your own personal property and finances. It can be any one of those things. I really feel like more than it happening in June, I feel actually for some of you this explosive argument, or you getting mad at somebody and pulling the plug on somebody's deal, whatever they're doing to you, it really comes up to me that it's going to happen for most of you in July, in the early part, between the beginning and the middle of the month, like that section. But some of you, it may actually happen in June. I do feel Geminis take a lot of crap from people sometimes, and then it builds up and it builds up, and like you put it off dealing with it, you put it off, and then it's like, but bam, that dynamite is going to go off. And it's funny, maybe that's an air sign thing, because I'm an Aquarius, and Aquarians can be like that too. So I'm picking that up for you, Gemini, here. After this happens, I do feel that any troubled waters that you have or you're experiencing will end up calming down and getting smoothed over. So try not to get too freaked out over this. I feel it's something that needs to happen. You're going to deal with it. You're going to take care of it, and it's going to be done and over with, and then the healing and the smoothing over can occur afterwards. But I don't know that it'll get smoothed over really quickly. It may take a little while. The next card you have that comes up here is another major arcana card, which holds more weight than the minor cards. You have Temperance. And Temperance is a card that symbolizes patience. It's also showing that the divine source is working through you on what you're doing, creating, and saying. But it's patience first and foremost. And interesting, it came up after that explosion card. Some of you are going to be getting along swimmingly well with someone, and you're going to find a new apartment or some new source of a living arrangement. That's for some of you that are like meeting someone new and you're getting involved with them, or maybe you're already dating them and you've been going with them for a while. And it could be friends. It doesn't necessarily have to be love here, but it's somebody the guides are saying you're getting along swimmingly with, and that you're going to make some kind of new living arrangement. That's how they phrase it. I do feel there's somebody here that you're going to be traveling a lot together with, and I feel it may be the very same person that you're going to be getting along swimmingly with and moving in together, because I feel like that went together in one statement. So this, again, it could be a friend, it could be a friend with benefits, or it could be your significant other or someone that you're getting more serious about. But I do see you also traveling with this person. I do see you worried and concerned and a little nerve-wracked about your finances in July, around the midpoint. I know this is a June reading, but I have to go by what my guides say, and for some reason they're bringing that up. But I feel like I see you nervous, like, as if you drank 10 cups of coffee. I'm getting this nervous, jittery, and I feel like you're worried about your finances for some reason in July. Some of you, around the 15th. I do feel, however, you're going to be starting some new project that's going to skyrocket, because they're telling me on one hand, you're coming to some endings. And some of these endings, then, like right around the same time, it's like there's no separation of time here, almost none. That you're starting something, some new project or new thing that's going to be totally successful for you, that will skyrocket. So that's coming up here through the Temperance card. If you are someone that's used to working by yourself, I do get that you're going to be put together with some kind of team. This might be the thing that's making you nervous too, because I do pick up you nervous about that, or feeling like off kilter. Maybe you're used to working by yourself and you don't usually have to work in a team, because I do feel you not sure you like it and put off by it, or unnerved by it, or all of that. You might want to listen to that statement again. I do feel that it's justifiable that this happens, however, because I feel like wherever you are, especially if you're working, this feels like of a working comment to me, that there's changes going on where you're working, that they're making changes, that things are happening to change in there. So this is why they're doing it. It's not something against you personally. It's something that has to happen in the evolution of the place where you're working. It feels more like a work-related situation. So the next card you have here in your reading for June 2016, Gemini, you have the King of Rods, and the King of Rods to me is a fire sign male. This would either be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Don't be thrown that it's a king. Females can also show up as kings in a general reading. I feel that some of you have a new relationship that's going to come on and come into you in springtime. Now, I'm doing this reading on May 10th. So it could happen anytime between when I'm starting to read this, or to me, like, think spring ends June 21st. So I get that for some of you. Maybe some of you it will take longer, but I do get somebody new coming in. And I'm also hearing any relationship you had that was like a stop-start kind of relationship, that's ended. I don't feel like you're ending it right now. I feel like you already did end it. I feel like it's ended, and now this is a new relationship coming in for some of you. This also comes up as somebody that, why do I always have to struggle with this person? Why do they launch personal attacks at me or create struggles and problems for me? So for some of you, this is a different person. Now, I've said this before. Please listen to me on what I'm saying here, Gemini. When people cards show up in these general readings, they're going to be more than one person. So for some of you, this is either a boss or a father or somebody you're already connected to. For some of you, it's the new person coming in for you, but not for all of you, because for some of you, it's either the boss, the father, or somebody you're already connected to that creates issues for you. That's how he can come up on one hand. On the other hand, he comes in as a new, or she comes in as a new person. With the new person, there's a lot of camaraderie of spirit between the two of you. I do feel that any lingering doubts that you've had from the past, you're going to shed those and jump into this relationship. That's how it feels to me. Getting along quickly and famously, they're saying. So I feel like this is some relationship or some, coupling that's going to happen pretty quickly. I don't feel like it's just like, oh, we meet and then we become friends and then we start to date and then it evolves to engagement or living together or serious and then that. No, this is something that's like you meet and it's like striking a match. That's what I get. Like, whoosh, something's going to happen here. For those of you, it's not that. This is somebody that's either a family member or somebody or boss or father that's been riding your tail about something, getting on your back, bugging you, trying to get you to listen to what he or she has to say, get you to do what they want you to do. Like, I feel like they're kind of trying to control you, and I feel they have a lot to say, and they're really a pain in your neck, seriously. So that's not going to be the case for all of you. It's a person card. You've got to listen to it again and figure out how this plays in for you. Your last card here makes a lot of sense to me, Gemini. You got Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a fated, destined, meant to be union, spiritually bound union. Now, to me, this comes up as love first, but you can have that connection with other people in your life, siblings, parents, friends, but first and foremost, to me, this means love. I see you like dialing it down a little bit and taking a step back and going, whoa, wait a minute, what am I thinking here? This is happening to me really fast. That applies to those of you that the new love comes in for you, the new relationship. I feel that you're going to really surprise yourself, and by springtime of next year of 2017, many of you will either be moving in with this person, getting engaged with them, or getting married to them. Any or all of them can apply. I feel this person that comes in for you is very measured thinking and really takes their time with planning a lot of things that happen. But funny, that's not what's happening with the relationship. If he or she's the new relationship for you, that doesn't roll like that. That does not follow this person's normal pattern. That goes off like a rocket. This person doesn't usually operate that way. I see you feeling unsure about it, like happy about it at first, then I see you feeling wobbly and unsure about it. So I do see you taking that step back and getting like, whoa, what do I think of this here? Those of you that are already coupled or married, there is a new bond or a new relationship forming for you. I don't care how it happens. I'm not saying it's an affair. Some of you it might be if you're already married or coupled. But for others, it could be just a strongly fated, destined, meant to be friendship or relationship of some sort that comes into your life, because there's no way to cut it. I can't separate it. That even when I focus on it for already coupled people, I'm still getting that same kind of message coming in with this card. I feel that you're going to be going through a spell of time where situations come up and arise, and that your life and the patterns that are moving in your life are going to start to change very quickly, Gemini. If you have felt like, well, nothing ever happens to me, my life just goes on the way it always goes, and I thought, well, okay, hold on to your hat, because I feel like when you get into the summertime months, I do live in the U.S., so summertime to me is June, July, August. I get that you are going to be feeling like you're on some kind of whooshing of a tidal wave of like changes of events, a lot of movement in and out of your life, getting rid of things, selling things, moving in with somebody, meeting someone new, or just things changing, lots of shifting and changing coming up for you. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, and watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate that. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get notified when I post my monthly Psychic Tarot readings and my mid-month Psychic Tarot updates. If you would like to get the special reading that I have recorded because it is my 2-year anniversary here on YouTube, I have pulled another 5 cards just like this reading, but instead I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck. Please be sure to check that out by clicking on the link below in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for the 5-card Psychic Tarot reading. It's like an expanded reading, just like I did in January. It's like the mid-year expanded reading. Please be sure to check that out. You can also go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the Videos tab on my menu. Please go to page 6, and there you will see it right at the top of the page. You just click on your sign, and it will take you to those videos on Vimeo. So I want to thank you so much for all of your very kind comments that you post on my videos. I want to thank you for all of the kind emails and messages you've sent me about the Vimeo videos. I truly appreciate your purchases and your kindness. It means so much to me. Please be sure to follow me on Facebook. I do post predictions there, and I do post other things that may be of interest to you. So please check that out, The Lucky Mermaid LLC, and also follow my tweets on Twitter at The Lucky Mermaid. I hope you have an amazing month of June, Gemini, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.